This is unbelievable.
How goes it, household? The household gathers in their masses. Voice and Kevin are on the mic across all platforms, and the Chaos Goblin, well, he spreads his wings while he's laughing. How goes it, Kevin Kalloway? He is my co-host. He is the Chaos Goblin. He is the Birds of War. He knows what's going on over there. Kevin, happy St. Patty's Day to you,
Happy
my
St. Patty's
friend.
Day, baby. I am adorned in revelation of colors.
Yeah,
It is time.
definitely
I
is.
have my Glendalough whiskey. It's a St. Patty's Day celebration, baby.
This is the Hogan we all deserved. I love it, Kevin.
Irish Hogan.
Irish
Imagine that.
Hogan. I fucking love it. And we got Glenn Richards,
What up,
Richard's
Glenn?
son, chiming in. Sorry, there the old icons were blocking the rest of your name. Glenn Richardson, he's out there with Gonzo Sports and all those guys doing some great work out there. I've been catching their stuff, trying to drop in, make them giggle a little bit because, well, they need to be doing that. And
I'll take Adrian Adonis. He's a
I
legend.
like it too. I mean,
Legend.
we could definitely have it. Irish Adrian Adonis. That is a
Also,
know.
I really, you know what else? As an English minor, I really appreciate how he described that. Adorable Adrian Adonis, alliteration. I love alliterations.
Yes, and I was gonna play off of that too and be like, back in his day, not too many people would have been like, oh, the Irish are adorable. They were like yelling at them and telling them they're crows,
No.
and so I thought it would be a little playful there. So
Yeah.
I like it. Kevin, you are looking great. We have the well, man, March is the month of our year so far, man. We got the expo coming up at the end of the month. March Madness is already getting everybody all gyrated in our group. And from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, but IYH is doing a bracket. That's what it seems to be.
They are. I have to make my bracket housing.
Yes.
And in order to win the IYH, you must make your bracket housing.
You must make a bracket housing. Yes, I agree on that one, and I love it. I always fill out the March Madness one, even though I really haven't followed college basketball
I don't know anything about
in a
college
long
ball.
time.
I know
Yeah.
a little bit about. I know quite a bit about NBA ball, especially like 2000s, 2010s NBA ball, but I haven't known anything about college basketball.
Yeah. It's great. I love watching it when I do watch it, but I don't really catch it all the time.
Yeah.
Plus, I got wrestling to pay attention to, and
There's a lot of other things to watch. It's confusing with a lot. It's really just March that I catch college basketball because just like March Madness is such a fun concept that at least the first like 2 rounds, I'll make sure I watch quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then once it gets like, my bracket's dead, that's when I inevitably stop watching.
No more skins in the game.
Yeah, I got skin in the game at that point. I might have more this year with Michigan. Shout out to my pops, Michigan. That's his team. So Michigan might go far this year. They're number 1 seed.
Dude.
So I might be paying a little bit more attention.
When I was really into college basketball, it was during school. Yes, I'm old as shit, but the Fab Five was the biggest thing. Oh my God. As soon as we start talking about rambunctious men who really turned the college basketball on its head, we get the construction worker who is turning wrestling promos on their head.
It's my nerd camouflage. Do you like it? I have more.
He has so much more for you,
I
badass
have a
construction
pile of them
worker.
at my feet. Like, this is not even half of them.
I love it. I love it.
I could literally ascend more boa throughout this entire program.
Well, we know what Kevin will be using for if the cops show up and he's got to make a quick rope to escape from the house. That's
Use it like
exciting.
a ninja smoke bomb and throw it.
There you go. And you know what? you're getting he loves it. Go, everybody. If you're paying attention to the show, you're watching it live. You're watching it on the replay. This guy right here. Go to Facebook. Check him out. I heard badass construction worker. He's catching some heat with wrestling fans, construction workers. Bosses who aren't telling their workers to do things properly, you're going to have a good time over there. He's a great fun find that I brought to IYH one morning, and I've been obsessed ever since. I love seeing his
Absolute hilarity over there.
Yeah.
Absolutely worth a watch and a follow, and just to see the antics of this man.
Yes. In the comic section, if you are a fan of reading through comments, this is the one to watch. It's great. But Kevin, we're not here to talk about badass construction workers. They got their own platform. They're doing fine over there. We're here to talk about, well, WWE is doing pretty good too, but we still want to talk about it because we had Monday Night Raw.
We did have a Monday Night Raw. Boy, I feel the biggest thing to talk about right away is exactly how it kicked off. I haven't seen our IY. So we have a little group where we IYH chat just like with the people in IYH, like create and everything. I have never seen that chat blow up as quickly as when Oba Femi came out.
Oh my God.
God. I'll set the scene before we get to the big pop. But we opened with Seth Rollins coming out.
Yep.
Essentially yelling and screaming at Paul Heyman and everything like that. Paul comes out and goes, "Oh, you fuck around, you find out." He didn't say those words, but he abbreviated them, acronymed them. And it ended up being that Brock came out. It's like, oh, shit. Uh-oh. So it's going to be Brock and Seth. And, like, in my head, when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, this is what they're pivoting to. Because Braun's hurt, because Bronson Reed's hurt.
Makes the most sense.
We're going to pivot to Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins. Okay, I've seen it before, but they're going to have a good match. Mm-hmm. I'm not mad about this. It's Mania season, baby. So Brock Lesnar comes out and kills every body double out there. A couple of them, like, one of them almost got thrown into a barricade with a German suplex.
He did.
One of them, it looked like had a personal vendetta against Lesnar, so Lesnar tried to kill him on the steel steps.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Like, I could tell some of these. Oh my God! I could tell some of these guys were trainees because they were just going after Lesnar in the most awkward positions. Yeah. But Lesnar, like, he had to yeet them, but he yeeted them in a way that like looked unsafe, but was safe.
Oh yeah.
In a weird way. So he gets in the ring. Eventually, everyone's cleared, and we just have Rollins and Lesnar. And we were foretold last week that Rollins is not medically cleared.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Shit's about to hit the fan. Lesnar's going to kill Rollins.
Yeah, he could care less if he's cleared or not.
I'm saying. And then the lights go out. And in my head, when the lights went out, I said, oh, Seth is just making an escape. He greased the wheels of the light guy.
That's what I thought, too. Yeah, I'm there with you.
Seth Rollins just disappears. That's how we're going to get out of this. No, that's not how we got out of this. Oba's music plays, and the chat exploded. Because in that realization of, oh, shit, we're actually going to get this.
Yeah. Dude, I couldn't believe it.
You know what? The biggest thing that I couldn't believe in all of it, not only did Oba lay out Brock Lesnar with a single maneuver, from the look of it, Lesnar called this. But I'm surprised he did. Oba not only laid him out with the move, but he put his foot on his chest.
Yeah.
And held him down afterwards. That's not something that Lesnar has allowed anyone to do ever. That's never been a thing for Lesnar, other than like maybe Big Show back at the beginning of his career. Like since Lesnar's been back from his large hiatus to do UFC, that has not really happened. And if someone did put their foot on his chest, he either A, got back up and beat the holy high-ho total shit out of him, or B, it didn't stay there that long. He would shove it off. He would do something else, you know, whatever the case may be. No, that shit was held there, and it was held there with a purpose. To me, Voice, correct me if I'm wrong with your own thoughts, but to me, this looks like a very giving Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
And a Brock Lesnar that knows, oh shit, we've got something with Obafemi. Let's try and put this motherfucker over.
Yes.
Before I'm out the door.
I'm there 100% with you. Let me add on to that. Vince did hire Brock. Mm-hmm. So Vince can take credit for that. But who turned Brock around is Paul Heyman. Yeah. Who gave Brock a sense of a actual character outside of just this guy can wrestle? Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman has molded Brock Lesnar into the fact that I think this has been a long-term setup, that they were going to find somebody at the end or make sure somebody stood that same spot. The cards fell properly, and we got Obafemi. Mm-hmm. Now, this is what makes sense to me now, Kevin, that we see a little more of the battlefield. We get the Oba Brock WrestleMania that we wanted. We know Brock's at the tail end of his career. He's already said that SummerSlam is his last one and he's going to be doing. So how much further we have after that, SummerSlam is his last SummerSlam, and it's in his home state.
My guess is we might get a Mania out of him, and that's it.
Yeah. So we're getting this one. What if SummerSlam's it for him, and we get the Gunther one? Mm-hmm. There's your killer. Gunther's character keeps going. But this is the story I'm most focused on, because you're right. It looked like Brock was calling a lot of that. And not only was there him stepping on his chest, Oba looked him in the eye and let him know, this is my ring now. Mm-hmm. Whatever words they actually exchanged. But the look itself, and Brock, you've seen him like, we've never seen Brock Lesnar like that before.
No.
And it...
At least not since 2003, 2002.
Yeah. And it took a lot. Mm-hmm. It took a lot. I mean, him and Kurt Angle, their matches, even though there was quite a few mistakes in it, it's still one of my favorite Mania matches because of the effort that they gave, the amount of actual, like, I give a fuck you seen in Brock Lesnar in that match made me a Brock fan. The fact that we're back at this, because it seems like he sees the plan and it makes sense to him. So, I mean, I've heard that a lot of people say Brock is one of the safest big guys to work with. He really makes sure that you're safe as much as possible. Yes, has there been incidences where things kind of went awry? Yeah. But a lot of those that Brock was involved with, the Mania moment, that was his neck. That was nobody else did a shooting star.
He endangers himself more than he endangers other people.
Exactly.
As reckless as people think his German suplexes are, it's mostly on who's taking it that makes it more reckless. So he's yeeting them with all the force in the world. They're trying to make it look good. Problem is, for people who are working with Lesnar, I would assume, because this has happened to me before, where it was a big 300-pound guy. I took a German suplex, and I'm like, I'm going to make this German suplex look great.
Yeah.
It was a released German suplex. I was on one end of the ring. I flew to the other end of the ring because I was helping, and he was helping.
Yeah.
That's what's happening with Brock. And that's, something that people don't always understand when it comes to moves, and that's okay. quite frankly. They don't need to know how the sausage is always made.
Exactly.
But like that is what's happening. The person who's taking it is giving him a lot to make sure that he's there. And I always worry when people look back on his Germans and they look that's the ones that really scare me.
Yeah.
The other ones, like they land high and tight, and people are like, oh my God, he landed on his head. He good.
Yeah.
That one's good. You reach your arm back, whoa, that's a shoulder, brother. I've seen that.
Yeah. And we've seen a lot of that kind of on the outside with the first few with the guys. The guy who
Younger guys, they get scared.
He tried to suplex a guy into another guy right at the beginning when they were on the outside, and the other guy actually had to move to get to the spot. That arm went out, and yeah, I've seen that too, and I'm like, ooh, don't just land it, man. You're gonna be fine. Trust me. Land it
high and tight. It might suck for a second, but it's way better than a separated shoulder.
Yeah, 100%. And we got the boss himself chiming in. What's up, house? How are you doing? We're talking a little Brock and Oba. Okay, Kevin. Let's give our early round predictions of this one. Where we see it going at Mania. Oba versus Brock. What do you got?
I see this feud building where Oba will get the better of Brock for a while, maybe one or two more times, and then Brock will decimate Oba, and it'll be the first time that Oba looks like he's in danger.
Okay.
That's what my prediction is.
Okay,
at least for the build.
Does that guarantee us for the build that we might have Oba and at least Oba or Brock or both together on every Monday night going forward?
Brock announced the dates that he has before Mania.
Okay.
So I think there's about 3 more. I would assume that it would play out Oba, Brock, so that we go into Mania thinking, oh shit, Oba might lose this.
Okay. Yeah, I like
my
that.
My prediction for the Mania match is that Oba goes over, but it's going to be, think Goldberg Lesnar from a few years back. It's going to be salvo after salvo after salvo. They're shooting missiles at each other the whole time. This is not going to be a wrestling match. This is not going to be a 7 steps, let's get a shine in, brother, and do a comeback match.
Yeah.
This is going to be Lesnar F5's Oba to start, and Oba no-sells it. Oba power bombs him, Lesnar gets back up. Shit like that. That's what I would expect from this match. And
I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be 5 to 10 minutes of pure high-octane everybody dies.
Yeah.
And then Oba ends up winning. I don't know if it'll be in dominant fashion. I would suspect it won't be because they want to keep Lesnar at least somewhat strong.
True.
I don't think it's going to be some kind of like Lesnar squashes Cena scenario. But it'll be a decisive victory is how I would put it.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's kind of what we want because, again, we go back to the fact that we don't know how long we actually have Lesnar after Mania.
Right.
Like you said, we got his list, his schedule going up to Mania. Was there any more on that?
I don't remember specifically. Brock Lesnar did. Let me look. WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
Because it should be Road to WrestleMania. We will have him.
Ooh.
We'll have him every Monday going forward before Mania. So we have 4.
Beautiful. I love it. I love what Fightin's One's asking here. How many suplexes does Oba take?
All right, I'm a gambling man. I'll set an over-under for you there, boys.
Okay, let's do it.
8.5.
8.5.
I'm shooting lower because I don't think he takes as many suplexes. But I do think he will take some suplexes.
Okay.
Over or under?
I'm going to say over.
Over?
And I think...
Over?
Yes, Ober. Ober for the Oba. Yes, over for Oba. And I will say that Brock takes that many himself.
Okay.
So it's going to be, I would say, total for me, Oba takes 11, and Brock will take at least 9.
Okay.
And then he'll take the big finisher.
I'm going to say under, but it just barely. But it just barely under. I'm going to say like 7. I'm going to say Oba takes like 7.
Now, if he takes 7, does that equal Suplex City?
Well, I mean, Suplex City is just Lesnar suplexing people consecutively. So once he gets to about 3 or 4, I would say that's Suplex City.
I'd say that's Suplex Bungalow.
Well,
Maybe
yeah, but I don't think anyone's going to get that. I don't think anyone's going to get that granular as to where it needs to be.
No, they're not. That's just me. That's for my fun. Fighting's 1 is saying under 2, so he's going with you. All right, I'll be oddball out. I like it. And when
listen, it could very well go that way too.
It's going to be interesting because you got to make them look dominant. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't lose that momentum now. And
so that was my thought process in the under potentially is that if we're going to make Oba look dominant, he doesn't need to take a bunch of suplexes. He needs to take some because it's Lesnar's kind of thing.
True.
But I don't think he's going to take as many as like a Cena or a
no.
Finn or a Danielson or a Styles or anyone like that. Even Goldberg didn't Goldberg probably took about 8 or 9, I want to say, which is why I set the line at about 8.5.
Yeah, makes sense though.
Because the most comparison I could have for this match is the Goldberg match.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really one that's sticking out to me that you could even come close to because I think we're both in the same mindset. This is going to be a different type of beast of a match.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so to compare it, that would be the closest thing we could get to. And honestly, I think we definitely know this is going to blow that one out of the water. It already has just by spot alone that we've already seen. So I'm looking forward to it. I really think it's going to be a spectacle, a sight to see. This is going to be the match that a lot of people talk about. Hopefully Brock. I don't want to see Rumble Brock. I don't need to see that guy. I need to see Brock doing Brock shit.
Well, I think this will give us the wake-up call of the Beast Brock, not Beatbox Brock.
Yeah.
Because he got laid out, and I think he's going to take that personally. We're not going to see, like, scared Brock, because that would kill it would diminish the aura going forward into a Gunther match or into an anything else match.
True.
So I think realistically, like, we don't want to humanize Brock until maybe Gunther.
That makes sense.
What better way to humanize him than have him lose to the next monster? Like, is he still the monster? So, but by doing that, we need him to still be Monster Brock going into the match. Oba shouldn't humanize him until Brock loses to Oba. Then he can be humanized because Gunther still has to be the heel at the end of the day.
And he's such a good goddamn heel.
He is. So at that point, like, Brock would probably be the de facto face in looking down the barrel of a Gunther. So you want to make him seem as much of a face and as much of a WWE legend as possible.
Kevin, you have to read this Daniel Garcia comment.
Got it. Brock came to dismantle the Gotham City masked men of Seth Rollins, and Oba Femi came in like Black Panther to decimate Lesnar. Let the DC masked men go. Marvel Femi came in the winner here.
Wow, you're getting it pinned here on a Tuesday night there, Daniel Garcia.
You might win the comment of the day there, Daniel.
I think you already have, because that's fantastic. I remember you calling Seth's group the Gotham. That was fantastic. WWE has turned into Gotham. I love it. And because of that, Daniel, this weekend I re-downloaded Arkham City, and I've been playing that. Yeah, I've been playing that through and thinking I'm Batman at sometimes. But, we move a little forward because we definitely...
You want to talk about voice?
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. What do I want to talk about? Because for me, there's been a lot that happened. We had Oba coming out staking his claim. We had the Americanos going dueling each other with some shenanigans.
Battle of Americano.
And you know what? I want to stop right there. Let's talk about it because I don't think we've covered it enough with these guys. Because at first, Kevin, when I witnessed them do this gimmick first with dueling Americanos, I was like, I'm not into this. And usually I'm into the more fun side, the pageantry side of wrestling when it comes to specific matches. But this one, it's taken me a little time to get my toes into it. But this match alone, and I'm going off of what I just witnessed on Tuesday, or Monday, we're Tuesday, I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying the story that they're telling now. I thought that the placement of the plate to counter the diving headbutt, perfect.
It was
that
good.
is brilliant writing.
Really
and what I'm really liking is the athleticism between these two. Because in one of their matches, no matter what match they're having, it's always it could go 50-50. It could go to either one of them at any moment. And then they play off this comical, villainous way to get a win. I want to touch with you. Where were you at? And also, do you think was it real Americano with the black and yellow?
I think so.
Or is that original? Original's Gable,
I think
right?
OG Americano is Gable.
Okay. So
I think it was Kaiser who had the other one.
Okay, so Kaiser, did you think his presentation was a tribute to the Nugget? Because that's what it looked to me. Maybe it's just the black and yellow together. I just instantly think Owen Hart as the Nugget, but it kind of reminded me a little of Owen Hart's attire
my
back in
thought
the day.
process when I see that kind of thing, it's so that they can differentiate each other.
Okay.
Not that like many people are changing the stature of Kaiser and Gable, but at the same time, you want a different look in gear, because if you look the same as your opponent, exactly the same, it kind of can get off-putting for people who don't necessarily know who's who.
Gotcha. Okay.
So this kind of gives it an extra layer of this is who this is who that is.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I think as well, and funny enough, Fightin's comment there, the last one, not the other one, which we'll get to, I'm sure, but Kaiser's the one that actually knows some Spanish. I caught up on every AAA big event over the weekend. I just went down a AAA rabbit hole. OG Americano, so Gable in America, is the babyface and Kaiser's the heel. It is reverse in Mexico.
No kidding.
No shit. It is reverse in Mexico. Kaiser is the most over fucking babyface down there. Him and Dom are the most over goddamn babyfaces.
I like it though.
And OG Americano is booed mercilessly.
Makes sense.
And it's crazy to me to see that difference and see it so prolifically.
Yeah.
In watching AAA and then seeing Monday Night Raw, because it's the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I'm curious what they're going to do with the AAA stuff and what they're going to do here, because I don't know. They're going to do a mask versus mask match.
They have to.
They're going to. I don't know when. I don't know where. I would almost say it would be better to do it in AAA than it would be at Mania.
Really?
Because on a Mania card, it's going to get lost in the shuffle. There's going to be a lot of other matches.
Fair
that
point.
A lot of other things are built up to. And, like, we got Brock Oba. We got Orton, Cody. We got Punk, Roman, which we'll get to in a little bit, I'm sure. But if we do the mask versus mask at Mania, it has to compete with all of those. If we do it at AAA, that's a main event match for AAA.
Yeah, it's its own thing. It's the reason why people are there.
And I think at that point, you don't want to unmask Kaiser. You want to unmask Gable. Because Gable can go back to being Gable, and he'll be fine.
True.
But I think Kaiser's got something with this gimmick. And if you unmask Kaiser, like what happens to Tyler Bates and Pete Dunne, do they just like, do they stick around like Rita Repulsa's putties and just...
No, that's a really insightful take on that, because I hadn't thought about that. And it would make sense to go that route, because Gable was already over as Gable. Mm-hmm. Like, people were loving him, and then this caught on. You can't help it when lightning strikes. Then the injury, then the mixing around, and then we landed on Kaiser, and it's worked. So, as I know, I mean, my grandfather taught me, if it ain't broke, why would you even try to fix it? So I think that's where you go with it when you, because Gable's, I see him wanting to possibly get back to doing the Chad Gable thing, because even then you have another setup for another run of the same, kind of the same thing, but him as Chad Gable this time.
Yeah.
And trying to unmask Kaiser. I think that would be the way to go with
I think Gable's just as over without the mask as he is with it.
True.
No matter what.
I'm there with you. And I will say that Chad Gable's butthole is probably all over that. He split those tights, and it was in the most unfortunate spot, because every time he would go for a suplex or something, I was like, oh my God.
I have seen that happen to wrestlers live.
It's so horrible.
And it's just like they're tucking their junk back in.
You got
it's so bad. And like I felt for him in that moment. It's like, dude, I've been there.
Well, I was sitting there and I seen it for a little bit, and I was like, why is nobody saying this in the chat? What? I guess I gotta be that guy.
It's gotta be me.
But so Kevin, we did get a comment in the chat, speaking of something that is kind of going around the internet world, and it revolves around Bayley herself. Bayley is getting buried because maybe she's leaving. I assume that's what fighting's meant in there. Yeah. And where do we feel about that? Because didn't she just appear at AAA?
She did. She faced Flamer. Who is the longest, now is currently today, as of today rather, the longest running AAA women's champion. I don't remember the exact phrase they use. It's like Reina de Reinas, so like Queen of Queens or something along those lines.
Yeah.
She's the longest running champ in history now. So Bayley was her last defense before that.
Interesting.
It was a good match. I watched it. I think Flamer is going to be signed to WWE in the next year. Mm-hmm. That's what I would suspect. But as far as the comment and the speculation, could it? I never. It's never say never in this business. So I'm not saying that would never happen. However, I think these rumors get fueled because her best friend is over at AEW in Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks. So whenever Bayley feels like the booking isn't right, or like whenever people like get a gist of the booking isn't right for Bayley, or like she needs more or whatever, these rumors start back up that she's gonna leave, she's gonna leave, she's gonna leave, and then she doesn't. Again, never say never, but to me, what I'm seeing from Bayley, from a worker standpoint, from wrestler standpoint, from working in the back standpoint, Bayley is the vet leading people to try and get them to be better. And I think that was also personified in her running she ran a all women training like weekend where as long as women could fly themselves out there, it was for free. And like Rhea Ripley was there and Bayley was there. Bayley was running it and Natalya was there. John Cena was there. Like all these industry veterans were just there. Bayley is in her giving back phase right now.
Yeah.
She's trying to give back and make sure that the women are good when she's gone. Now, whether that means she's gone to AEW, I don't know. Whether she's gone to Stardom, I don't know. Whether she stays in WWE, I don't know. I suspect that Bayley stays in WWE. I also suspect that Bayley might be trying to maybe, I don't know how old she is. Let me double check this before I speak out of turn. But I suspect she's 36. Women in this industry don't necessarily last as long as men.
Yeah.
So I think she's probably going to try and wrap it up around 40, 41. She might go a little longer. It's a different world than it was back when women had to retire at 30 because they weren't pretty enough. Which is just the honesty of what happened back then.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is a new ground. But I don't know what her other aspirations are in life. And I think a backstage producer role in WWE for women's matches is in her future. Like, she will have that. Whenever she decides to retire, she will have it.
Yeah.
It will be hers. A spot at the training center at NXT will be hers to run the women's division. She's a made woman. To leave that for AEW, it depends on what her aspirations are and what she sees and how much longer she thinks she has. If she thinks she has 10 to 15 more years, maybe AEW. If she thinks she's got 5, I would stay with WWE and get that producer role in the NXT gig. Because that's going to shore you up for life.
Yeah, and that's going to make your fingerprints on the next so many generations.
Which seems like her goal.
Exactly. And that's not a bad goal to have, especially the talent who wants to do that. Bayley is phenomenal. I love all the things she does. The way that we've watched her evolve into what we see her today, a legend in walking the earth, man.
Living legend.
Yeah, living legend. She is
I think they said it on Raw. She was it was either on Raw or AAA that I was watching, where they said she was the first ever women's Grand Slam champion.
Man, think about that. And she's in the ring today. We're not talking about somebody who hung their boots up a couple years ago. I would love for her to stay solely in the WWE and just do her thing here. But if she did get granted to go and see other pastures, Stardom to me is the spot for a character like Bayley. Agree. AEW, it's going to get you your few...
Get you a heftier paycheck.
Yeah, it's going to get you that. But Stardom is going to get you a footprint over there. Like, I think she would go... They would treat her like a queen over there.
Oh, yeah.
She wouldn't have to do shit.
She would be gifted the world.
Yeah. But yeah, I honestly, I want her to be at WWE. I want to see the fingerprints over the next generation of women, because I love the way Bayley carries the story. We've seen her really, she carried pivotal parts of this match with AJ.
She was leading for sure.
She was leading, but there was moments where you seen that it was up in the air. And Bayley allowed AJ Lee to do her thing.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's where you see Bayley is the perfect opponent for people who are new, who are just coming back and shaking off the rust, and for people who still need to level up. Because Bailey is, maybe I'm saying this out of turn, maybe I'm wrong. It's either her or Natty when it comes to this, depending on the time of day. She's the best when it comes to making chicken salad out of chicken shit in a match for women.
I got you on that one.
She's really good at, oh, shit's gone wrong, let's get back. Oh, shit's gone wrong, let's get back. She is the definition of a female women's, like a women's general in the ring. Yeah. So Bailey should have been AJ's first match back after the tag match, in my opinion. And if we could have reversed how we did this, where Bailey was first and then Becky was second, I think we would have saw a better Becky match at the Elimination Chamber, because this Bailey match looked good. Whereas the Becky match, you could tell it was here or there. Mm-hmm. And that speaks volumes to Bailey as a ring general to me.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It definitely, AJ Lee definitely looked like she was getting her feet back on the track that she was at. And you can definitely credit Bailey to a lot of that. You can credit AJ Lee to a lot of it too, because I'm pretty sure she heard the criticisms and she got back into the ring and did what she needed to do. Like, that's what you do. That's what these guys and women are taught to do. You're reprogrammed when you're into these things. If you want to be where the likes of John Cena are, the likes of Bailey are, like, it is a legit, you got to figure out their system and how they operate, and then where you fit in that, and where you can put your footprint. And I honestly, I think with this match, it proved a lot of naysayers about AJ Lee, me included. Yep. I never said that I didn't want to see her in a ring again, but I like the evolution. I like that you've seen in this match that she's getting right back to where people kind of fell in love with her. They seen the evolution of her back then. You're seeing it now, so this is cool. I did enjoy the Becky moment at the end. I thought that brought a lot of emotion back into this that may have been lacking. It was more of a reminder to AJ Lee, I'm still here and I still want my belt. So
want my belt back.
Let's I thought it was good. I thought Becky, she plays the bully so well. She's just I don't know if it's the accent while she's shit talking somebody, but the fact that she delivers those shots and gives some fucking on point comments, it makes you think. I think she's a natural. She's a natural bully.
She's a natural bully.
I enjoyed it. It was a good time. Kevin, is there anything else you want to touch on before we call it an episode about this Raw that we just checked out?
Well, I'll hit this comment real quick from Daniel, and then I want to talk about Punk and Roman before we take off. But I do agree with this in that Penta versus Dragon Lee delivered big time.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a phenomenal match, and it was a great... Dom being injured again is not ideal.
No.
But Dragon Lee came in here, and he kind of said, well, there's a chip on my shoulder. Let's do this. Like, let's go out here and let's have a match with Penta. And boy, they tore the house down.
Yeah.
And I loved it for what it was. It was a cold match without a feud. It was just a TV match of them looking at each other in the back and saying, here's the circumstances we have. Let's go have a good match. Because it was baby versus baby, and every ounce of it was baby versus baby. And it was good. It was just good. Yeah. I think it raised unnecessary questions about where Gunther is, in the sense that Dragon Lee was used. And the last time we saw him, Dragon Lee was attacked then. So if we're looking at it in a broader scale, it doesn't feel like Gunther has much of a path at Mania. So there is that. But at the same time, their match was so good you kind of forgot it after a while.
Yeah.
Like halfway through the match, like I didn't care about that point anymore. It was, oh shit, we're getting a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just wanted to touch on that and talk about that. And anything to add on that, voice?
That Mexican destroyer at the end was fucking phenomenal. So quick.
Finding new ways to do it.
Dude, and then the fact that he dragonly bounced off the ropes and then landed right. Oh, dude, phenomenal. Loved it.
It was so good. But the biggest thing I want to talk about before we wrap it up today is, the biggest thing was Oba. But the second biggest, I suppose, was Punk and Roman. So I had one large gripe with this, which I'll get to. But I thought the promo itself, where we were leading up to the end, was good. It was the same stuff where we're leading to Mania, we're giving each other our hell, and we were going from there, right? My gripe with this was how it ended.
Okay.
It wasn't how, because I felt a culmination where it's like, okay, they're going somewhere. They're going to give us something right at the end. It's going somewhere. It's going to be something good. And then a 40-year-old man called a 47-year-old man old.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what set him off.
Yeah.
So to me, I thought it made Punk look like an idiot. Because if your best insult after he just insulted your dad,
yeah,
your dead father, is you're old. Like, I understand the online stuff based on, like, the kayfabe of it, where, like, oh, Punk is such thin-skinned, he just got called old and punched him. Like, yeah, I'm going to take it behind the curtain a little bit further, though. In the sense of, like, if we're looking at a build, that line didn't deliver on the build. It didn't escalate forces. And what I mean by that is Punk started with dead dad. And then the Usos came out. It was a different ball game for a week. Because the Usos are different than Roman. But it still escalated forces in the sense that we have other parties in it now. There are other people offended. So regardless of how that promo went, there was an escalation. Now we had this one. And I get where the thought process of the escalation is that Punk hit him, right? But he hit him off of something that was so goddamn weak. That'd be like me looking at you and saying, hey, what up, Unk?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? Yeah. We're like the same age.
Oh, I get where you're at on that one, because it didn't hit.
No. The first promo they had for me was a home run. Home run. I was involved. I was in. They had salvo after salvo. The Usos one was good because it brought in different factors and it brought in different people. But this one, to me, I'm not going to call it a miss because I don't think it was a complete miss. I think the rest of it where it was culminating up was good. They were still exchanging words. It was still heated. It was still there. Mm-hmm. But the finish felt flat to me.
Yeah. No, I really agree with you. And when you brought that up in the chat, it struck a chord with me. Yeah, because it makes sense. Like, I understand where they're going, but Roman's not the young guy that they're envisioning. Yes, career-wise, I guess you could make that argument. Punk's been around longer, but
right.
That's because
I think the young boy statements means more in a wrestling context to me than calling someone old or calling someone young, because young boy has a different meaning when it comes to wrestling. A young boy, for those who don't know, a young boy means you're rookie. And Punk's been calling Roman as young boy, and the Usos are Roman's young boys. Like, he's using that as an insult in a sense of, hey, you were their bitch, or hey, you were my bitch. That one that one to me doesn't mean you're young. It just means where you came up in the business.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to call someone old, or if you're just going to call someone young, now it's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it fell apart.
Yeah, and I also think that I think they told Punk to make it like the delivery to be like he's pissed off that Roman would go there, in which we don't need there. Like, you had a perfect one. Larry, he goes for your dad, you go for his dog. That's what you do in the evolution of this, because then the next time we see you guys in a ring together, you're ready to kill each other because each one has said something so painful. I don't know.
I don't know if it was just because it could have been one of those things where Punk didn't want Larry brought up in a promo. I could see that.
Yeah,
but I also think if Punk's going to go out there with Larry all over his shit and like Larry's dad like on a fucking Letterman jacket, you can reasonably assume that someone is going to go after that dog at some point.
Yeah.
You can't make it a whole thing. And Punk knows this better than anyone because he's used it against people. You can't come out there with all the shit on and not expect it to be used. So
exactly.
To me, I think they tried to save that. I bet they bring it up later. We got 4 more weeks, brother.
Yeah.
They might be trying to save that one. But because they were trying to save that one, I think they missed on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't a full miss. We were expecting a triple to a home run. We got a double.
Yeah. We got a single.
We'll even go there. We're on base. So
we're on base.
I'm still looking forward to this. Yes, I will say that one definitely fell a little flat. And it was just purely the ending of it. And then
I'm curious to see where they go from here is the big thing. Because, like, I've just seen a lot of internet chatter about this and, you know, for whatever it's worth and whatever opinions there are. It's a lot of people, like, it seems like it's a lot of people saying, like, oh, like, it was supposed to be this way because Punk's so thin-skinned and all of this. And it's like, yeah, but, like, unless we're going to make a whole thing out of him being thin-skinned, which hindsight will be 20/20 on that because we don't know yet, where Roman can just get in his head at will, then we don't have anything off of this, to me.
Dude, you're making some great sense right now. So I'm sticking with where you're at on this one. But again, like you said, we have 4 weeks. Plenty of time to tell a story, guys. So let's wrap this one up. Kevin, what'd you think of this Monday Night Raw on an overall 1 to 10 scale?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to give it a solid 8.5. I really enjoyed Raw. I had minor critiques here or there. The Maxine Natty match was kind of what it was, but it was sandwiched in between so many other things that were so good that I'm going to give it an 8.5. The action was good. The matches were there. The promos were there. The Danhausen was there, which is an immediate 0.5 upgrade.
Right there.
And we need to know how Grayson Waller's curse is going to pan out now.
Man, dude, everybody's going to be cursed at least once on that roster.
And he has a Cannonhausen now.
Yeah, he does have a... Oh, my gosh. I'm telling you, Blimp will be at Mania. You will see Danhausen's face on it. You'll even see it on the Sphere. It's going to happen. Kevin, I'm with you on it. I'm going to give it a solid 8.52 because, honestly, with even the Natty and the Maxine match, I enjoyed it because it keeps Maxine and Natty in front of our faces. Yep. So if that's all you guys can come up with right now, that's fine. But kick it up. We want to see that Natty. We want to see her go crazy, and I think that we're around the corner on that one. All right, Kevin, is there anything else you want to get out there about Monday Night Raw? Or if not, then roll into where people can find you.
No, I think that about covers my Monday Night Raw. Get well, Dom.
Yes.
Get well, Dom. You are severely missed on a program when you are gone. Also, AAA needs you.
Yes.
But you can always find me at Kevin Kalloway on Facebook.com. You can follow me at Kalloway Kevin on Instagram. You can catch me right here. You can catch me at the Expo next week. Squared Circle Expo, baby. You can get that IYH merch at Brainbuster Tees. You can get it at the Expo. You can come say hi to us at the Expo. We'll be running live shows. Come on. Come on now. Come on. Get this work from IYH, baby.
Yes, I love it. And there is new merch out there at Brainbusters Tea with our slogan about work. So go check that out. Go check out their that website. They do some great stuff. That's where I pretty much exclusively get all my wrestling tees out of Brainbusters. Fans, this is in your house. We just did the Monday Night Raw review on a Tuesday show. It's a fun time. It's with me and Kevin Kalloway. It's every Tuesday night at 6 p.m., 6:15, because, well, my kids are growing up and one's got a job and our schedule is definitely on a Tuesday. So 6:15 is when you can catch us doing all our things and what we're doing. Fans, it's a Monday Night Raw. That's what we love to talk about. We love your guys' interaction. We are still trying to push the mailbag episode. So go and click and find us on all the social medias. Leave a comment, say mailbag episode, and throw your question out there, because we will take those and collect them. And if we have enough at the Squared Circle Expo, we will ask some of the talent there these questions. We'll even ask some of the fans that we interact with. So keep those coming in. If you haven't yet, if you haven't figured out something you want to ask, just say something nice about somebody. We'll read it to that person if we see them. Don't worry, man. Like, that's what we do. We want to build some stuff. So fans, Wednesday, guess what I build over there? I build chaos, bruises, broken things. It's ECW Watch Along, and it's me and House, and it's a fun time. It's the rivalry season. Which rivalry are we going to do? I'm keeping it under wraps this week. You're going to have to tune in tomorrow with me and House at 6 p.m. right here on the IYH network. And we're going to get into the next rivalry in our series. It's going to be a fun one. You're going to enjoy it. I haven't missed yet. I'm the Barry Bonds of rivalries. So come and join us at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday. Thursday is the AEW Dynamite. Yeah, it's a fun time. It's with me, OG Tony, and House. Guess what we talk about? It's AEW Dynamite. We talk about what they did. We're going to be talking about MJF and his Terry Funk outfit. It was spectacular. You gotta love it. A Texas death match in Texas, you dress as Terry Funk. That's what you do. That's what you need to do. And that's what MJF did. So come join me, OG Tony, and House around 6. It's usually around 6:30 when we go live. And then check us out and come in, talk AEW with us. It's a fun time. All right, Squared Circle Expo has been talked about so much on this channel. And it ain't stopping. We got Ed Gonzalez joining us this Sunday to talk about Squared Circle Expo things happening. He is one of the promoters out there. He is one guy that you talk to, you say, hey, I want to see this. And he goes, we could probably make that happen. And then we get to see it. So come join that. We also have a brand new interview announcement. Fans, this is in your house exclusive. This is one that I am looking forward to. And the fact that House is giving us the permission to release it here is even better. Here we go, fans. So for In Your House, we also can add to our interview of the Squared Circle Expo, Alexis Littlefoot. She is going to be with us. She is going to be interviewed by us. I cannot wait. Again, I tributed a lot of my comments about the Dallas situation off of what Alexis put out there on the social medias, and House reposted it. I thought her take was great. She does great in-ring work. You're going to love what she has to say. So come join us. That is at the Squared Circle Expo. We have Alexis Littlefoot. How do you feel about that one there, Kevin?
Feeling good about it. We got a nice interview. So I've seen some of the other talent that we got, laying around in the chat. Can't wait to be announced. And
Yes.
I think Alexis is a good ad for this. And you know what? You know who I can't wait to hear talk to Alexis? Annie.
Yes, yes, that will be a fun time. Annie
Be a
O'Neill
fun one.
will be joining IYH right where she was at home, and she's going to be. We're
Like
going to
she never left.
She never left, and that's our story, and we're sticking to it. But Annie will be with us, and she'll be interviewing quite a few people out there. We got a lot that we're throwing at her because we missed her, and we want to hear what she has to say and what she can bring out of some of these people. So I'm looking forward to it, Kevin. I'm looking forward to the dinner that we all get to have at the end of it, and we get to sit down and talk about what the fuck we just did. But we only have one more of these shows, and then at the end of that week, we will be
We'll be there.
Thursday, you're going to be heading out already, so I will be meeting up with all of you that Friday afternoon, and we'll be getting into the expo, the Airbnb, getting all the content made. All right, fans. We took up enough of your time on this Tuesday. Kevin, take care, my friend. And fans, thank you. Ken, I see you out there. What's up, man? I hope you're enjoying Florida because it's cold as tits up here. It sucks. It's not fun.
Really is.
House, we love you. And we will catch all of you on the next one. See you at the Squared Circle Expo.